Warning, don't listen if it's a podcast you want. This is a Chumcast. Just your basic gabfest among chums. A little news, some entertainment, an annoying opinion or two, and, if you're lucky, maybe even a chuckle.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
So it's time to buckle up. Whetstone Entertainment, in association with Is Chill Productions, presents Don't Listen, a basic Chumcast. And here are your hosts, Big Red and The Shebs.
Remember, everyone, just don't be yourselves.
It's showtime.
Go time.
Fire it up.
Okay, we're coming in hot. Are you drinking the Haterade today?
I am drinking the Haterade today. I actually got it. I'm a half hour into my, what do I got? My Smirnoff Ice Smash.
Yeah, but is that the awesome sauce or is that the
it's the
Haterade?
No, it's the awesome sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, this makes me feel all positive in working with you.
Welcome to the show. It's the big show. It's the Don't Listen Chumcast. I'm Big Red. He's the Shebs, and we are inside the Village Host Studios today. Village Host Pizza.
Village Host Pizza. Everybody on the peninsula here in the San Francisco Bay Area, everybody across the country, especially our friends in Virginia, you all have this local place that you grew up with. Here, Belmont, San Carlos, San Mateo, Village Host Pizza. Very, very unique.
What makes it so unique? It's pizza.
No, it's different.
I want to know. How does it?
So
it's the best pizza around. It's always been the best pizza around here in the Bay Area. Here on the peninsula, Village Host is the go-to. But what makes it so unique? It's pizza, dude.
So it's a unique crust. It's kind of a flat crust that kind of will have a little expansion on the edge.
A little expansion,
but it doesn't really do this. The sauce has a little.
Are you sure you're talking about pizza with your little expansion?
The sauce has a little spice to it.
Oh, wow.
Right. And then our friends at Village Host, they don't skimp on the toppings. They load it up.
They do load it up.
They load it up, and it just has this very unique taste. It's not like something you get in an Italian restaurant or other pizza places. It's not like the fast foods from the Pizza Huts, the round tables. It's a very, just a different kind of tasting pizza that really hits home.
Okay, what's your go-to?
What's my go-to?
Yeah, what's your go-to when you go to Village Host?
When I go to Village Host and none of my family's around?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. I like the pepperoni sausage, and I put some tomato and onions on it.
Yeah, I don't think you can really beat the pepperoni there. There's something about the pepperoni being different. Wherever they're buying that pepperoni,
and then you get a little extra cheese because it's a challenge when you try to cut a slice and try to lift it off, and all the cheese is just flying off it.
Yeah,
so
flying.
No, it's awesome. It's just thick, and they got the burgers down the backside and the sandwiches and that kind of stuff a little bit, on the backside, which are very good. But the pizza is just a unique pizza.
It's your go-to.
It's a go-to, and you see it, and then all the friends on the social media, whenever they come home, people live outside the state now. They come home, they're always posting a picture of, hey, back in town, and here I am, and there's a Village Host Pizza.
Right, that's what everybody misses, right? So if you guys want to check it out, it's in Belmont, California. It's called Village Host Pizza, and
it's unique.
It's the shiznit. It really
unique.
is.
It's absolutely unique, and it's one of those nice things because as a kid, and even today, the kids, they have a window that from outside that overlooks where they're making the pizzas. And so all the kids, I remember when I had my kids, I had to hold them up so they could watch the people making the pizzas. So it's really cool.
Oh, it's family friendly.
And it's part of an experience. So after you have your pizza, generally people would walk over to Baskin Robbins, which is right in this kind of the shopping mall, get yourself an ice cream, and then walk down through the nursery. Remember the nursery that was across the street in the shopping mall? You could walk through, kids would play there's a creek and everything running through it, and it's just part of an evening event. So Village Host Pizza, Belmont, California, fantastic.
And then, after you're done with your pizza, there's like Baskin Robbins right across the parking lot.
That's what I just said.
I mean,
we go
it's-
right there. You just go there, get your dessert, and go walk through the nursery. So if I'm ever on death row and they say, "What's my last meal?" I'm getting Fernando's and Village Host Pizza.
Giddy
That's how
up.
good it is.
Giddy up.
Yeah.
All right. So are you going to say thank you to your Is Chill people and the Whetstone people? And
First of all,
that?
it's our Is Chill people.
I don't like to claim them. They're bugging me right now.
Well, you claim Rachel every day, so that's
She's different. Very different.
I'm sure. She's very nice.
Very different.
We have both Michael and Doug from Whetstone Entertainment in the studios today, and actually are taking us out to dinner tonight. Did you know that?
buddy. I know.
Yeah, so we're going. I'm trying to lobby for Fernando's, but maybe we'll go to Village House. We should do Village House tonight.
I think that's a good idea.
It makes sense with Village House being the.
Maybe play a couple of video games. Oh, I think they've got like Galaga in there now.
Pac-Man. Still got Pac-Man there, like a table.
So
Yes.
they're going to take us to dinner for real. They're picking up the tab and everything.
Everything. So Michael and Doug right there,
right.
and then Is Chill's not invited. Evan, what's happening? We got
He's got his
Daniel,
own deal going
Marcio, Eric, and then that's it. And then there's Rachel.
All right, they've done a good job. Thanks for coming by today, guys. But we got to get to the show. Coming up a little later, everybody's favorite segment is Holla. So we're gonna read we got a ton of emails again this week.
Nice.
So
Anything from Virginia? Our friends from the mountain, Roanoke people sending in.
I told you not to put me on the spot like that. I don't know until I know. So One Bad Mutha, another segment, is coming up a little bit later. We're going to talk about the star of the Halloween franchise films, which is Michael Myers, right? He's not dead. He's probably still circulating. He's probably a Village Host right now.
Yeah, he's probably with Jesse James.
Nobody can get rid of him.
Yeah.
Nobody can get rid of him or Jason.
Nope.
Jason and Freddy, they're around forever. So that's One Bad Mutha coming up a little bit later. Also, we'll have the Booyah and the Boom Shakalaka, but right now it's time to get into what happened on this day in history.
On this day in history.
Oh, yeah. On this day in history, back in 1988,
Oh, this is exciting. 88, right in our sweet spot.
it was a film called The Heathers.
This is stupid.
No. It was a good film.
What?
So this
the
is
Heathers? This makes the cut for On This Day in History?
this is back in 1989. It premiered and it bombed at the box office. It only did $1 million. And this is with Christian Slater, right? He was a
Yeah.
big 80s icon. It was with Shannon Doherty of 90210,
Okay, yeah.
right? It was her big launch. And then it was Winona Ryder. So
Oh, you're a Winona Ryder fan.
So it bombed, right? It totally bombed. It won at the. I love Winona. By
Yeah.
the way, I have a thing for her. I don't know what it is, but she's different. I love her. I love everything she's done.
Next week, there'll be a poster of her in here from Is Chill. There you go.
So yeah, that's right. Instead of this Leif Garrett thing that's hanging by one
They haven't
thumbtack,
updated it in a while.
it's hanging by one thumbtack, and I still I
the
put
corner
lipstick-
blows when the air conditioning goes. The corner blows.
I put the lipstick on him like freaking forever ago, and it's still haunting me now. So the Heathers premiered on
What is
this
it
day.
about? I mean, the
1988.
Heathers?
So it's about these three chicks and they're in high school, and their names are all Heather, right? And they're like they're total bitches, right? They're like rich, stuck up bitches. Everybody hates them. Christian Slater comes in, and he's like the anti. Right? He's like the anti. He gets bullied. Everybody hates him. He's different than everybody else. And then Winona comes in and she doesn't like him either. So it's all about how they're going to literally kill off these three Heathers or these bullies or these people that are. So it did really, really bad at the box office, $1 million, but it did win like some independent film. It won some kind of award. Right, it won some kind of award.
And you actually saw this?
Yeah, I did. I saw this in 1988, right, at the Hillsdale. I had it was a great movie to go see with a girl, or like if you're streaming at home or whatever with your wife or your girlfriend or whatever it might be. Today, it's kind of an interesting film, a date film. So she wanted to go see it. This girl was older than me. She was obviously another girl that was way out of my league. Beautiful.
Really older? Like she was like 50?
Older than me? No. Older than me, like, I was like probably 18 years old.
No, you'd have been 20. You would have been 22 years
20,
after graduating? Yeah.
20, 19, somewhere in that range. And she was like 24, 23, 22, something like that.
That's a big deal.
It was not a big deal. It was fun. She was a really good girl, right? We went to the movies and then we enjoyed it. I went along with it. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't like going to see, like The Notebook or something like that. It was not that bad.
Yeah. Let's go see Pritzi's Honor. Okay, sure.
Yeah, it was not like that. I would have probably said yes to Pritzi's Honor.
It sounds like you would have said yes to anything this girl was.
I pretty much would. She was out of my league. And to top it off, after pull it up. See, Winona is just the best. Winona is awesome, and I like Christian Slater too. Christian Slater was great in the 80s.
Yeah, that's fine.
So after we went to the Hillsdale Theater, which is a local little theater that no longer exists. We went and watched the planes fly over the bay.
Oh, for SFO, San Francisco International Airport,
for a little FaceTime.
Oh,
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Giddy up, cowboy.
That's a giddy up cowboy.
Yeah. So the girl. I want to get back to the film real quick because this did happen on this day in history back in 1988.
Get refocused here,
which is kind of our sweet spot. So it's these three chicks that are all named Heather that they all gotta go. Winona and Slater got to figure out a way to eliminate these three Heathers that are total bitches, that are rich, snobby losers. And what's great about it is if you guys choose to stream it or to watch this movie somehow, don't pay for the cheap edited TNT TBS version. You got to pay the $4.99 or the $7.99 and get the unedited real version of this film because it's completely back in 1988. Politically incorrect. It would never, ever, ever get made today just because of the language that is used in this film.
All right. I never saw it. I felt like I could be a loser without seeing it. But other than that, I may go see it now. Thank you for that.
So here's the twist real quick before we move on. The twist is that it bombs at the movie theaters, right? It does $1 million. It
says here, budget $3 million, made $1 million.
And went straight to video. So when it goes to video, people start renting it.
Yeah.
And it starts breaking records for rentals.
VHS rentals.
And then all of a sudden, and the critics said it was horrible when it first came out and went into movie theaters. But then when it goes to rentals and they start selling the rentals, then all of a sudden, Rotten Tomatoes comes out and says, this is 92% on the meter. It's great. So it became a cult classic. It is now a film that is considered to be a cult classic.
It's probably, I'd be curious to see what it was up against at the time, because it's probably also, if it was that good on the rental side, it might have been up against,
88, I think it was up against Twins.
It could have been any of that stuff, right?
Right, the Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito film.
Back then, you got these 80s Stallone, Schwarzenegger, all that stuff, right?
So now there's like it's a reboot. They've done a TV series called The Heathers.
Really?
Yep. They have, and it's a musical on Broadway because it's gotten so popular over this.
I was not aware of that.
Cult following thing. And let's see. Christian Slater. So Shannon Doherty is in this film. She launches her career with it. She ends up at Beverly Hills 90210, right? So it makes her career. Christian Slater goes completely off the frickin' rails with success, right?
Yeah.
And then we got Winona Ryder, who I love, right? So she went completely nuts, and I don't think people really understand how under the radar because that she goes, how quality she really is, how many amazing films Winona Ryder. And I know you get caught up on the whole shoplifting charge and smoking crack or whatever she did.
I don't like people who steal things. Yes.
Well, they all do that. All the Hollywood people are idiots.
Everybody does that.
They all do something stupid. Listen to this. Listen to what Winona did. So before. It was Lucas and Beetlejuice before she,
right? Beetlejuice, yeah.
Before she did Heathers, her manager begged her not to do Heathers. Everybody turned down that role. Everybody in Hollywood turned it down before Winona Ryder took the role.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody was saying this is crappy, Heather. Everybody was saying it was horrible. They all turned it down, and her manager was saying, "We're not doing this." She did it anyway.
And this was after Lucas and after
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
She did this. Okay.
So it's a risk.
Well, yeah. And she has that little list.
That's why I love her. Yeah, it's very cute.
Hi, everybody.
Lucas, Beetlejuice were before, and then after it's Edward Scissorhands, Mermaids, Dracula, Reality Bites, Little Women, Being John Malkovich, Zoolander, Girl Interrupted, and do I really need to go on?
No, you don't. But that's actually we should do a whole segment on her.
We really should.
She's kind of like she's approaching One Bad Mutha territory.
Yeah, she is. I mean, but she goes under the radar because people get hung up on things like you. They get hung up on she was a shoplifter.
Or she has a little
she was
whistle.
smoking crack.
She has a whistle when she speaks.
So don't hold it against me. On this day in history, back in 1988, it was Heathers. And I recommend, you can't hold it against me, because movies are very subjective. And if you keep your expectations in check, go ahead and stream Heathers, but don't go cheap. Go with the one that's not edited, that doesn't have the loud commercials that interrupt everything, and that you're going to get the 80s language, the non-PC stuff, and it'll be worth it, especially if you're with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever kind of friend you got.
Giddy up, cowboy.
But there is something very special about Christian Slater and Winona Ryder.
Where's the awesome sauce?
Better press the eject button right now.
People, are you ready? Are you ready?
Just a bunch of time we'll never get back. Don't listen.
Welcome back. It's the Don't Listen Chumcast. I'm Big Red. He's the Shebs. Again, it's the Village Host Pizza Studios today.
Village Host Pizza Studios, yeah. And they cut you off at that last segment. They kind of...
I don't blame them.
I think that was old Evan. He just kind of... Peek!
Yeah, I was rambling.
Sometimes started the 30-second dance party.
Diarrhea of the mouth is my thing. So coming up a little bit later, we're going to read your emails. And I don't know if it's coming from the website at don'tlistenchumcast.com or if it's coming from the DMs on Facebook. But if you'd like to give us your feedback or just tell us to go fuck ourselves, you can do that at don'tlistenchumcast.com, or you can go to our Facebook page at Don't Listen Chumcast, like and follow us, and direct message us there.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's where all this stuff
and for those who don't like to swear, if you want to go tell us to go fudge ourselves, you can do the same thing at those places.
It doesn't carry the same weight. But you can always take the easy way out.
I'm just
You're not
saying.
going to hell for using the word fuck. You're not going to hell for that.
Well, I'm not going to hell for using fudge.
No, definitely not. But there's very little difference between fuck and fudge.
The meaning is the same.
No, it's not the same. Anyway, Holla is coming up a little bit later. We're going to read your emails and your direct messages. Also, we are taking a look at Michael Myers, the star of the Halloween franchise.
There you go.
One Bad Mutha coming up a little bit later. But right now, it's time to get into the Booyah and the Boom Shakalaka.
Oh yeah, the booyah and the boom shakalaka.
The Booyah and the Boom Shakalaka is being brought to us today by Discover and Explore Travel.
All right, Fishbowl is there. Grab a card. I am validating that there are multiple cards still in the Fishbowl. What do you got?
Sleep deprivation.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk about the effects of sleep deprivation.
Why don't we lose half our audience right now?
Dude,
who thought of that? Really, that's riveting. Can't we do some 80s stuff right here?
So we will eventually get to the 80s stuff. We kind of overload on the 80s stuff. I mean, that's like tasty candy. We keep going back into that tasty candy situation. But I will tell you that sleeping is critical. It is 100% vital to our health. Like if you want to die, don't sleep.
Yeah. You have to. Yeah, you will. Yeah, no, totally agree.
But I never thought in my old age, I never thought that sleeping was going to be a priority. But all of a sudden, here I am in my old age, and I love my sleep.
I love to sleep. I started loving to sleep in 7th grade.
And as a single dude who has spent a lot of time in a lot of other beds, let me tell you, there are people that struggle their asses off. They cannot sleep at all. And they haven't slept for decades. And you can see it.
Well, back in the 80s, right, when you did your, was it even a health class or driver's ed or something like that? They always talked about sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation is like 2 drinks of alcohol if you try to do stuff the next day. It was like something along those lines. So they made a big deal about it.
Well, they made a big deal about it because people started having strokes.
And they make a big deal about it in aviation. They talk about circadian rhythm. They talk about Zeitgebers, which is all the outside influences like light, right? And your clocks and that kind of stuff that make you, if it's light outside, it's hard to sleep, So, and how pilots need to make sure they're piloting stuff like this, air traffic controllers.
Yeah, you gotta have your sleep.
Anybody on those ships, you gotta have your sleep. And if you get these off shifts or these swing shifts, it can really screw you up.
Yeah, so we were talking about this. I think one of the problems in early colonial America was that these guys couldn't sleep. They would get hurt. And then they fall off their horse, like we were talking about. They would fall off their horse, or
the teeth would hurt. Maybe their teeth was hurting, like George Washington.
Well, there was enough pain going on back in the day that it led to insomnia.
Yeah,
and the insomnia, the lack of sleep is what really was a crusher, because the lack of sleep would lead to these migraine headaches. It would lead to so many other ailments, and you know why that is?
Why?
Sleep is the way that humans naturally heal themselves.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Right? So there's a lot of different factors that go into this, but bottom line is like so many people have sleep deprivation, bro.
Yeah.
I've been with so many chicks that have like so many different sleep issues, right? Whether it's physical pain that they're in that leads to the insomnia, or whether it is, your mind chatter, right?
Yeah.
Go to bed, close your eyes, you're trying to sleep, but your mind won't shut off. It's another big factor.
Yeah. I sometimes if I go to bed okay, if I wake up like at 2 a.m. or something like that, my mind starts running. So I have to watch TV just to
simmer down
and fall back to sleep. Yeah.
So insomnia is not good for any component of your mind. In fact, it's difficult to find something worse. Believe it or not, it's very difficult to find something that is worse for you than lack of sleep. Trust it.
Don't
trust it. We did the research. There are treatments, but there is no cure. Over 3 million new insomnia cases a year just in the United States. Most insomnia is related to poor sleep habits, anxiety, poor sleep habits.
Yeah.
Right? Like throwing yourself different times, different places, all that kind of stuff. I've certainly been through that. Poor sleep, anxiety, right? We're talking about the mind chatter, right? Depression is a huge factor in lack of sleep. Yep. And people who do not exercise generally have a hard time sleeping, and people who are taking medications or have chronic diseases. Sleep is always a challenge for those types of people as well. And 1/3 of all your time as a human is spent sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the sales pitch from all the mattress firm and mattress companies.
I've been very blessed with the ability to sleep through a freaking hurricane. Everybody hates, all my exes hate my guts for that. The insomniacs that I've been with, that they hate my guts for being such a sleeper. Like I can sleep on a boulder. I can sleep anywhere. I don't knock on wood, because I'll probably develop some insomnia.
Yeah, there you go.
Knock on wood, right? But
you know how important sleep was? Let's go back. Let's go back and to Michael Jackson. Right? He couldn't sleep.
What did he take again? What was that medicine he took?
It was like
propofol,
something like that, right?
Yeah.
He had a doctor. Putting him to sleep because he couldn't sleep.
He's all messed up.
Yeah,
dude.
because that's how important the sleep was. So it's a doctor medicating him to put him to sleep, and then of course he ODs, and then off it goes.
Well, they say that 10% of Americans have chronic insomnia. It's a $63 billion industry.
Really?
$63 billion industry. That's almost as much money as Bon Jovi makes in one concert stop,
don't
right?
start me with Bon Jovi. Okay.
So binge drinking, like we were talking about the alcohol, right? So any alcohol, binge drinking is a key component with insomnia. In fact, any kind of booze at all, you're not going to get the same. You're not going to any bit of it is going to.
You might be able to fall asleep, but you'll wake up.
And you'll wake up and then you'll have to urinate, and it's not the same quality. There's a big difference between the quality of sleep.
And you know what I do? I usually like to get a Village Host pizza and put some egg on it, and that cures the insomnia.
Who wants an egg on their pizza, dude?
There's a lot of people who put egg on a pizza, especially the next day. It's not bad.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Hey, and there was a movie, I think, early 2000s, The Machinist, Christian Bale. Do you remember that movie?
I remember Christian Bale.
He was. It's called The Machinist, and he hasn't slept for a year.
Jesus.
And a story around that. So
I don't want to be around him.
He was skinny as that was when he lost all that weight.
If I don't sleep for like one night, I'm
unhealthily lost weight for the role.
Oh yeah,
he was like 90 pounds. It's horrible. Ugh.
So 20%, the people who don't sleep regularly or get good quality regular sleep are 20% more likely to have panic attacks.
True,
dude, that's crazy. Like the older we've gotten,
heart conditions, everything. Your medical complications go up as you get older if you're not sleeping.
Yeah,
but you also don't need as much sleep as you get older. You start to kind of wean yourself off of that.
It increases headaches, migraines. 5% of Americans take sleeping pills every night. That's 5% of whatever 800 trillion people that live here.
300, 400 million. Yeah.
It's a lot of people, right? That are taking them every single night. So the increased pill taking mixed in with the lack of sleep, because you're never going to get that quality sleep even with a pill,
right?
Is like one of the leaders of early death. See? Now we're getting down to it.
Oh, now this is taking a darker tone.
90%, not 60, not 40, not 65, 90% of all depressed people can't sleep.
Yeah.
They've got insomnia.
Yep.
35% have a family history of depression and insomnia. Poor sleep leads to increased inflammation throughout your entire body, right?
Yep.
The benefits of sleep really are endless. It's our body's, like I said, our body's natural way of healing. It's a must. So, dude, if I marry somebody and they're like some kind of crazy ass sleeper, like they can't sleep, like we
talked about this stuff. We talked about the divorcing and someone,
I'm out.
Get the Jimmy legs in bed, just go to another room. Snoring.
No, just go to court, get a divorce, and find somebody else and start over. You have to go through that before. But you make that kind of a decision.
Okay.
Right? Sleeping is very important. Obviously, we're seeing how important it is right now.
It's important.
You get sick way less often if you sleep. You get sick way less often if you sleep. It helps sleep. Regular sleep also helps you maintain a very healthy weight.
Yep.
Lowers your risk.
Not in my case. I sleep, but yeah.
Lowers your risk of chronic diseases and strokes. Reduces stress. Improves fucking mood.
Yes.
Mood. That's why I'm a dick. I am a dick when I don't sleep.
Yeah, I am the same way. It's the one thing. If I don't get enough sleep, I am just on the edge. Yeah.
I kind of feel like OJ on that infamous night. If I don't get enough sleep,
yeah, maybe he didn't get enough. He should have taken a cat nap. Maybe he wouldn't have killed those two people.
And I think we all know that lack of sleep is going to affect your thinking. right? People don't think clearly.
Yeah, clearly we were a lack of sleep when we decided to do this Chumcast.
But the biggest thing really is that sleep is your immune system.
Yeah.
So it really boosts, like, it's basically like charging up your battery, right?
Yeah.
So you go to bed, you go to sleep, and it boosts your immune. So people who don't sleep, insomniacs, are open themselves up to all sorts of issues.
I can see that.
Because it affects
They're all left up. They're all fudged up.
Yeah. So we got to come up with a way where people can get sleep. And I would recommend, I was a single guy giving out some cheap seats advice here, but like before you get married the next time around, because everyone's going to go around that circle a couple different times. Next time you do that, you need to find somebody who's going to be a good sleeper, right? Somebody who's going to be a good sleeper. Have some good shebang time, right? That'll help you out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
After that, all I want to do is sleep.
Watch the movie Heathers and then get some good sleep, right?
That was the Booyah and the Boom Shakalaka, and it was brought to you by our friends at, here it is, Discover and Explore Travel.
Time to unplug and run.
Watch out! Better take cover! Everything's illegal and lethal with these two butthurt OGs. Don't listen!
People, are you ready? Are you ready?
A whole lot of nothing burger right here. Don't listen.
Welcome back to the Don't Listen Chumcast.
Yeah, I had to be reminded.
Dude, seriously, now they're really throwing shit at me.
My Smirnoff Ice Smash went down the wrong pipe. I'm a little choked up right now.
Oh, you should stick with water.
I thought the dance party would give me, I could, get a good couple sips in, but I rushed it during the dance party. 30 seconds is not long enough. We need a longer break.
So we got the emails coming up a little bit later in, God, I have all kinds of screwed up here. So Holla, which we do have a sponsor for Holla today. That's Delaney Outdoor Lighting. That's where we're going to read the emails or the DMs from Facebook. So if you guys want to contact us, it's don'tlistenchumcast.com. You can email us there. Let us know how crappy we're doing. Or you can tell us how crappy we're doing on our Facebook page at Don't Listen Chumcast. So Holla, that's coming up a little bit later. And right now it's time to get into One Bad Mutha.
That's one bad mother.
One Bad Mutha is being brought to us today by Sweet Dreams Sleep Center.
All right. And we're not, in One Bad Mother, it's not Michael.
Mother.
Not One Bad Mutha.
Yeah, there you go. Sounds way better.
We're talking about the comedian, Michael Myers.
No, we're talking about the Halloween dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Laurie Strode tried to kill this guy like 19 million different ways.
All right. So not Austin Powers, but the Halloween franchise guy.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. How could you get confused? Like Michael Myers is Michael Myers, bro. He's One Bad Mutha.
He's One Bad Mother. He never dies, does he?
Everybody and their brothers have tried to eliminate him off the face of the planet. He's still wandering around in your backyard.
I kind of stopped after Halloween 4.
Yeah. Same kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's going to make it.
But I get it. I mean, it's fine.
So, it all started in 1978 with Laurie Strode. That was Jamie Lee Curtis.
Very good. And this was her big break, wasn't it? After I think it was her. This was kind of her entrance into Hollywood after being part of that famous family.
I don't know. She didn't show her boobs. I never remember seeing her boobs or any skin.
Not in Halloween.
At all in Halloween.
No, just, with Eddie Murphy.
But I was pretty impressed with Jamie Lee Curtis as far as her name was Laurie Strode, right, in the movie. Right, but I was pretty impressed with her. She did a pretty good job with being a victim. You know, in these horror movies, she's done a pretty good job. That's like really been her go-to. Halloween, it started in 1978, and here we are in 2024. Michael Myers has been killed 400,000 times, but he's still alive.
He's still alive.
So they tried tranquilizing him, and they tried beating him with a lead pipe. I don't even. It all blends in together at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, and he came from an insane asylum, right?
Came from an insane. That's what I think. That's kind of the whole, inspiration was that Wes Craven or whoever did this. I think it was Wes Craven. So he visited an insane John Carpenter. Yeah. So he visited an insane asylum somewhere, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to create this Michael Myers character."
There you go.
Based on all these zombies that are walking around the insane asylum.
It worked.
Right?
Yeah.
It did work. So 1978, Jamie Lee, they tried everything. Lead pipe, that was in The Curse of Michael Myers. They tried to tranquilize him. He was burned alive in 2018. In 78, remember Dr. Loomis?
I remember Dr. Loomis, yeah.
Bald-headed. I love that guy. I loved him. He was doing all he had. He was kind of old and feeble. Even in 1978, he was trying to make miracles happen. He was trying to make everybody understand.
Well, he was participating, right? He wasn't kowtowing. He could have gone off to venture off to Washington State or something like that. Would have been still alive. He was fine, But instead,
Dr. Loomis shot him 6 times in the original Halloween, right there on the balcony, and he fell off the balcony. We thought he was done at that point, and then Dr. Loomis goes to see if he's still on the ground.
He's not there.
He's gone.
Big surprise. Dramatic pause. Told you.
Chilling. It was a very chilling moment. Let's see. Okay, so these are the types of weapons they've used. Bats. They've used shovels. Nope. None of those worked. They've tried killing him with all kinds of weapons. In Halloween 4, which is when you said you stopped going to see a Halloween movie, he was shot to death by cops and the townspeople, like in just a parade of freaking like fireworks of gunshots. He survived that. Halloween 2, Laurie Strode stuck the frickin' thing in his eyes, the big frickin' thing in his eye, and Dr. Loomis blew him up. Nice try. That didn't work.
Come on.
Laurie Strode decapitated him in Halloween H2O. That means decapitate, for the youngsters out there, means took his head off.
Yeah. Game over, movie franchise over, right?
Yeah, but before that, it should have been over because they burned him.
I'm telling you, all that's left is a wood chipper.
Oh, did they use a wood chipper? Let me see.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
There's nothing in here about a wood chipper.
Okay.
Oh, an industrial shredder.
That counts. That's the same. Anything that shreds chips. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's a industrial. That is my biggest nightmare. I do not want to get sucked into an industrial shredder.
Remember what is that? That movie where up in Brainerd up there. Brainerd, Minnesota.
What is that?
Where they get the guy puts them in the wood chipper. You got the guy, Francis McDormand.
You're brain farting all over the fucking place right now.
I know. Fargo.
Yeah.
Fargo. There's a guy going through a wood chipper in Fargo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that? Is that the way you'd like to go out?
Yeah.
So he survives a wood chipper. He decides. Mike Myers is One Bad Mutha. He gets decapitated. He gets burned. And he gets thrown in a wood chipper, which they refer to as an industrial shredder, which sounds like it's even better than a wood chipper. And he's still alive. He's still shaking. Okay. One thing that we know for sure is that Halloween never ends.
No, they can't. They have to be making money, right? How many is there total?
13.
13 total. So that you're making money.
Jason Voorhees also made the list of One Bad Mutha.
Yeah, we had him already.
Right? Clint Eastwood, One Bad Mutha.
Yeah.
These is a whole different level. So here's like a couple of little quick hitters. So what can I do? John Carpenter, you're right. John Carpenter's visit to the Grove Sanitarium is what inspired the Mike Myers character. He isn't supposed to be supernatural. This all evolved, right? As they went, wow, we made $3 million on this movie. Let's make him do this. Oh, we made $8 million on this. Let's do this, right? It all evolved. We all evolve. We're all evolving.
He's going to spawn somebody.
Try throwing me in a wood chipper and see what happens to you.
I bet they keep it going. He's going to spawn something. Mike Myers had sex with somebody and they had a baby and the kid just starts going through like doing the Dahmer route, the killing cats.
The mask that he wore?
Yeah.
That's Star Trek boy's face.
William Shatner, really?
Yep.
I can see it now.
I wonder if William Shatner got any residuals off of that.
He must. I mean, maybe, right?
Multiple actors played Mike Myers in the original film. And that's right, 13 movies and $700 million later, Mike Myers is still one
$700 million?
bad mother.
Wow.
He's one bad mother, Mike Myers. And that was One Bad Mutha, and it was brought to you by Sweet Dreams Sleep Center.
The hot mess of a dumpster fire will continue.
You can't trust the media, the politicians, or these two clowns. Don't listen.
People, are you ready? Are you ready?
Nothing, but a whole lot of nothing burger right here. Don't listen.
Some people call us the Space Cowboys. Some call us the Gangster of Love.
No idea.
Some people call you Maurice.
No idea.
Dude, Steve Miller.
Steve Miller, really?
Yeah, you don't know those infamous. Some people call us the space. Some people call me the Space Cowboy.
No.
Some call me the Gangster of Love.
No.
Okay.
No, actually, let me think for a second. No.
Okay. We're exiting on that note.
I heard Steve Miller once. San Jose State University, Steve Miller Band played Spartan Stadium. I worked parking.
Oh,
so I was able to hear him.
Excellent.
Heard Extreme.
Excellent.
More Than Woods.
Yeah.
I heard them first. Then Steve Miller Band came on, and then
killed it.
The finale. They sounded great. And then the finale was ZZ Top.
All right, let's get to Holla. Holla is being brought to us today by Delaney Outdoor Lighting. And let's see what we got here.
I have nothing. They didn't give me anything.
Smokey, I think they handed me everything because I got 93. We're not doing all this. So let's just get to this. Smokey in Nashville.
Sounds real.
Yes, it does. Great segment on Memphis. Remember when we did I went to Memphis?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? Great segment. You Californians are welcome to visit the great state of Tennessee, the volunteer state.
We are not. Are we really?
He says we're welcome, but you ain't staying. Here's $50 to stay in California.
Smokey. It's not his real name.
These guys I don't think they're using their real names at all anymore. I mean, at least that's not what they're giving me, right? And they forwarded me like a shit ton of these things this week from the emails.
Yeah.
You know, people are feeling very free about saying whatever they want to say to us now.
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah.
Well, I think it's because I use an occasional swear word. You're very clean.
I think people like that.
I loosen them up with a swear word or two. Most people swear.
Yeah.
occasionally.
Yeah. People like to hear a random heck or a fudge.
Here's a good one. Johnny Be Good from the hood.
Johnny Be Good. Come on.
My girl gave me herpes. And guess what?
Oh, yeah. Herpes.
Guess what? Last week I got my I'm herpes free test again. That was the third one. And my I said, that's cool, whatever. And she goes, we're not doing this anymore.
You're out of herpes jail?
She's like, you hypochondriac. We're not, like, she looked at me. She's just disgusted with me. She's like, we're not doing this again. Now, if you ever get like a weird growth going on somewhere, you got something going on, fine, show me, but we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah, there's a fiscus bush that's on your inside lip right there. Yeah, we should probably get tested, but until then, you're good.
That's what she said. Common sense ruled the day.
Okay.
But he got it. So Johnny Be Good from the hood says, my girl gave me the herpes. What a shitty plague that is. Dude, I was scared to death. I was 100% scared to death. You want to talk about insomnia?
Yeah.
You think you got the freaking herpes?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, there's a lot of crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of disclosure forms you got to fill out.
Well, there's a lot. That's right. Oh, yeah. So this is what he says. He says, what a shitty plague. The gift that keeps on giving. Please disclose. I'm begging y'all.
Yeah.
So we don't even...
You got it from somebody who did not disclose, probably.
Yeah, of course he did. So we don't even know Johnny Be Good from the hood. Like, we don't even know, like, what he got. If it's like a lip herpy, or if it's like a vajayjay herpy, or if it's like a butt vajayjay mixture. We don't know any of it.
Well, can't assume he's a guy.
Like a little, a little number down
Johnny
there.
Be Good from the hood could be a girl.
We don't know.
We don't know, right? We had a liberal gene that back from season 1 that we couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl. Yeah, why Johnny Be Good may have he's got something going on or she's got something going on. We don't know.
But we're very happy, Johnny Be Good, to be here for you.
Yeah.
Like the reason why I shared my experience was for people like yourself. So if you'd like to send us a picture, we're there at Facebook.
We could totally help analyze it. We know people around here. We know people who could help analyze that. Yeah.
Marianne from Gilligan's Island.
Oh, okay, stupid.
Portland, Oregon. We don't get many from Portland.
Okay, no. Actually, we haven't, have we?
She loves the Chumcast and the 80s. More cowbell and more episodes, please.
Was that a Mary? Do you think it might be that Mary girl that we went to high school with?
No, this is Marianne from Gilligan's Island.
Dawn Wells?
No, Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island.
That's not real.
We have to go with what they give us. So I'm picturing Mary Ann.
It's fine. All right. She could bake us a coconut cream pie.
Portland, Oregon. She loves the Chumcast and she loves the 80s. More cowbell and please more episodes. She binged season 1 and season 2. She never misses. She says, I never miss it. And she also wants us to stay in California because we are killing Portland. We are killing them in Portland.
Oh,
Everybody says that, dude. Everybody always hates on us, dude. The haterade is flowing. Outside the Bay Area, dude, that haterade is like free.
It really is.
And tasty.
It really is.
We did kind of ruin Portland, though.
Yeah, we did.
We did kind of ruin that place. Reno, we kind of ruined Reno, too.
Kind of ruining everything. We have no choice. We have to move out at some point.
Reno was gross anyway, and no offense to Portland, but, dude, Portland might be in worse shape than San Francisco.
You're not doing a booyah boom shakalaka on Reno. You're doing a Vegas.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. The high Sierra freaking desert. I'm out.
Yeah. Let's go get a T-bone steak dinner for $3.99.
Nina in LA.
Nina. Good name.
Clint Eastwood.
I have a niece named Nina.
Is she cute?
She's a little girl.
You know, incest.
Yeah, she's cute, but she's a little girl.
Oh, a little girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's a kid.
Nina. This is Nina from Los Angeles. Clint Eastwood and Steven Spielberg. They built Hollywood. Oh, she's an actress here. But it's time for the next chapter. So she's done with Clint. Clint looks like he's about ready to go.
Yeah, he does.
Right, 94. Spielberg is calling the shots, but he's a little bit behind the 8 ball at this point.
Yeah.
Like, too many sequels, too many prequels, too many rehashes and reboots and all that stuff going on. Spielberg might be done. So she says it's time to move on to the next chapter. The Shebs. You need to quit living in fear and break out.
I'm totally in fear.
You gotta break out, you little fawn.
It's hard, man. I need my circle of friends to help me break out of my shell.
Well, she says we earned her.
She's an actress. She might know her friend Deb,
and she sent us $200.
Oh,
check it out.
Hang on, I'll look.
Check out the PayPal.
All right.
So this is Nina from LA, but don't give away her if that's not her real name.
I won't.
If that's not her real name and her information, don't give that away. But $200. Love the Chumcast boys, and she's also a sponsor. So she's sponsoring one of our segments.
Really?
Yep.
Nina in LA. I see. Yeah, there's a. Yeah. Okay.
There is $200 in the.
There's $200 there.
How much total did we get?
You want me to tell everybody over line?
I mean, it was a good week. I know that it was a good
week. $800 total.
Okay. It's not exactly $800 because we get
$825, but yeah, 800.
Yeah. Dude, did you see that guy? Did you see the guy who sent us $1?
No.
Some Reggie dude. I don't even know if his name was real either.
He didn't send us $1. There's no dollar here.
Anyway, that does it. That does it for the Chumcast today.
We're a little early today, so let's go to Village Host Pizza in Belmont, California. Get ourselves some pies.
Yeah, but we have to go with these dudes.
They're okay. They're fun. We'll play some Pac-Man.
They don't even make eye contact. They have their faces in their phones the entire time.
They don't. They're participating. They're keeping this chill in line. So we're good.
All right. So thanks for joining us. That's the Chumcast. You can find us on Facebook. It's the Don't Listen Chumcast. You can also find us on our website at don'tlistenchumcast.com. And if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed and depressed, please don't do it. Call the Suicide Prevention Hotline at 866-903-3787. And remember, everything we want is on the other side of fear.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't listen. A Basic Chumcast has been an exclusive presentation of Whetstone Entertainment in association with Is Chill Productions. Subscribe, follow, like, and share us while on your favorite social media hangouts and our YouTube channel. We're not into begging, but if you like us, review us and support us by continuing to check us out on your favorite podcast platforms. Find more fun and hit us with your feedback at don'tlistenchumcast.com.
Yeah, that's fantastic.